Buongiorno, Roma, Italy.
Incredible sights, amazing food, Mission Impossible filming sets, and even a visit from the Tooth Fairy. Let's check out Rome. Our first stop was the Roman Colosseum, and here comes a travel tip.
Matt made the ultimate rookie mistake. He didn't buy tickets before coming to the Colosseum. He didn't schedule tours. Get your tickets beforehand, book your tours, do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah, also Snoopy shirt. Yeah.
There are all sorts of random folks outside the Colosseum trying to get you to buy tickets or join their travel groups. So fortunately, I was able to buy tickets online with my phone, and I knew I was getting a fair price from the actual Colosseum website.
So we're inside the Roman Colosseum finally. If you look down, the little deck area there is where the actual floor of the Colosseum, where they would do all the exhibitions and gladiator fighting would commence. And below there was actually a pretty big underground where they would keep a lot of the animals, the slaves, and some of the other gladiators.
There is part of the wood decking. It would cover, of course, this whole subterranean level. Also, the people up here could be thoroughly entertained with death and blood.
There was a whole museum of artifacts on the upper level. One of the coolest things we learned about was the hierarchy of seating. All the high class and senators would get to sit closest to the floor, and a lot of them had their names inscribed in marble.
So we're looking at one of the exhibits. These are the marble seats for the senators. They put their names on the seats. See that?
All the writing of the names on the marble. That's where all the senators.
The Colosseum tickets also include entry into the Roman Forum, which is definitely worth checking out. The Roman Forum operated as the center of day-to-day life in Rome. So many artifacts and structures are still standing today. It's worth picking up a guidebook from Lonely Planet or Rick Steves. Parker is using one now and is becoming quite the little history buff.
Trash.
That's good water. Yeah. So, no, it's
fresh water from a fountain, spring, in the center of the Roman Forum. Here you go.
Thanks, babe. That's good.
The Pantheon is one of the most preserved Roman buildings. The Pantheon has the world's largest unreinforced concrete dome, and it has an oculus or hole which is open to the sky. And we thought that was pretty interesting because when it rains inside. And there's little holes on the floor which drain the water, and that was part of the original Roman architecture. Here we are walking to the Spanish Steps. Walking is a lot easier and definitely cheaper than catching a cab or Uber. We also found another mode of transportation around the city, which can be a lot of fun, and we'll show you that here in just a little bit.
Right, we're walking up the Spanish Steps.
Here's a travel tip. Head up to the top of the Spanish Steps right after aperitivo hour or right around sunset, and you'll get one of the best sunset views overlooking St. Peter's Basilica and Dome. Trevi Fountain is also near the Spanish Steps and is a must-see.
Now enough about old buildings and history. It's time for Kinsey and I to get our shop on.
Alright, walking the streets of Rome on a Saturday. A lot of people out. Obviously, everybody's wearing masks, but everybody's still living their lives. The weather's great. And we're on our way to do some vintage shopping right now. Right now we're in the neighborhood of Monte. It's just about a 15-minute walk from the Colosseum. We've hit several of the vintage clothing and jewelry stores. You can find some good deals sometimes, like Louis Vuitton bags, some vintage Prada and Gucci belts or bags. So we're kind of just shopping around today. See your ears. Mom got some cute earrings as well.
Thank you.
Little eye earrings. And now we're going to another vintage market in Monte. Alright, we gotta get our temperatures checked so we can go in.
Are you down for going to Brandy Mayville tomorrow?
I don't know what that is.
Dad, it's a clothing store I really want to go to. Can we go?
No.
Dang it!
So we've been walking all over Rome because Kenzie has dragged us to what store?
Brandy Mayville.
Brandy Melville. There we are. I don't know much about this store, but she wants to go. Here we go. Hey everybody, we're walking down Via del Corso. It's kind of the main shopping rodeo drive, if you will. But all the nice shops, such as Dolce & Gabbana, we just passed Omega, Rolex is coming up, Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany Company is right here on the corner. But if you want to do any high-end shopping here in Rome, this is the street to come to, Via del Corso. It's a Saturday, there's a lot of people out. We're doing a lot of window shopping. Kenzie went into Brandy Melville and bought some stuff. And there's a lot of great shops here. There's H&M. It's just the heart of the shopping district here in Roma. And at the end of the street, you can see the Spanish Steps. So you can come do a little bit of shopping, and then at the end you can get an aperitivo, an Aperol Spritz, or a happy hour drink at the Spanish Steps.
A short distance away, there's stuff like Legos, the Disney store, little things like that. There's of course a lot of everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's stuff to do with the kids as well.
Yeah, other than the Sunday in Zagreb, this is probably the most amount of people that we've seen in a while. It's Saturday in Roma.
And now we're gonna go get some food.
Yeah, we're looking for aperitivo hour right now, so we're gonna...
Here's another travel tip. Most restaurants close after aperitivo hour and reopen at 7 for dinner.
Earlier, we mentioned another way of getting around town. If you're adventurous, you can rent a scooter. Just download the app on your phone. It's simple. Be sure to check out our full Scooter Roma video. It's a lot of fun.
We are standing in the center of St. Peter's Square, right in front of St. Peter's Basilica, in the heart of Vatican City. And if you look behind us, there's absolutely nobody here. We just got done walking through the Basilica, and it was fairly empty. The weather is just beautiful. It's around sunset, and the crowds are pretty much
And the clouds are really pretty.
Yeah, the clouds are really pretty.
Amazing.
Pope's, the top floor of that building is where the papal apartments are, where the Pope lives and sometimes comes out and speaks out of one of those windows.
Someone at the Vatican tipped us off that the Pope was actually still coming out to speak during the COVID pandemic from his window. So we actually extended our stay in Rome a few days in hopes of being able to see him.
7:00.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Con il racconto della parabola del banchetto nuziale, che è la odierna pagina evangelica, Gesù delinea il progetto che Dio ha pensato per l'umanità. È la storia di un re che fece una festa di nozze per il padre, che ha predisposto per tutta la famiglia umana una meravigliosa festa di amore e comunione intorno al suo figlio unigenito.
So we're standing in Vatican City, right in front of St. Peter's Basilica. The bells are ringing. We just heard the Pope speak right behind us from the second window that they're closing up right there. But we stood outside in the rain for about an hour. We got here about 2 hours ago, but it was well worth it. We were all just blessed by the Pope, and he gave his message. We couldn't understand it, but we feel very fortunate to have been here and to see the Pope on this rainy day, Sunday, Vatican City. All right, hey everybody, we just extended our stay in Roma. We went to the Vatican today and wanted an extra couple days here because we love this city so far. So we had to switch Airbnbs, but luckily our host had another one that she manages. And so here's our second Airbnb in Roma. It's pretty big once again compared to all the ones in Croatia, so we love it so far. Huge open room, obviously a very well-equipped kitchen, our fridge. She even brought some of the stuff over from our other apartment. It smells amazing. And here, this is cool in Rome, another luxury, huge patio outside, and we can already smell the restaurants.
The restaurants right there smell so darn good. Wow.
And the Colosseum is right down the street once again. All right, let's go. That's our second apartment in Roma. Yeah, and the kids actually like this one because their room's pretty awesome. That's about it. See ya. And sweet little Mackenzie lost one of her teeth yesterday. Let's see it in your mouth.
This.
Wow. And so she left it under her pillow. And what did the tooth fairy give you?
Fine.
€5.
Yeah.
And did you get a note from the tooth fairy? But it's in all Italian. It says, Ciao Mackenzie, grazie per il tuo dente bianco lucido. Non vedo un dente così bianca da un po'. Lo seno su mio caro fantato. P.S. I topi sono simpatici. Ti amo, Topolino dei denti. So we gotta put that in Google Translate and see exactly what the tooth fairy said to her. All right, Kenzie? All right. Ciao.
They were also filming Mission Impossible 7 in the streets of Rome, and we stumbled across a couple of their sets. It was so cool.
Oh, can I go up here? Oh, my bad. And we tried to take a walk up some stairs to get to the street we need to get to, and we were told by security, no. And right now, Tom Cruise is in town filming Mission Impossible 7, so That might have been one of the filming sets. No, they're filming right now.
And that's a wrap on Rome. Check out our other videos on the Eternal City.
We want you to escape the bubble. Like and subscribe.
Buongiorno, Vatican City.